So you're thinking of buying in Austin? Well, in this video, we're gonna tour 2 properties in Circle C Ranch, a suburb in southwest Austin. We're gonna get after it right now. Hey, Daniel here, your local Austin real estate expert. If you're thinking of making a move to Austin, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on the local real estate news. I cover a wide area of Austin. I do videos from Georgetown all the way down to San Marcos, Lockhart, and then obviously around the Austin area. So I'm sure you'll find videos in here that will be in the areas you're looking for. Before I got into real estate, I was actually a teacher for 10 years. I was a band director, I taught percussion. But it's interesting because before I got into real estate, I saw real estate agents as salesmen, right? And I'm sure many of you see that too. And honestly, there are quite a few salesmen who are real estate agents. That's definitely, I've met a lot of realtors and they're very different, right? Very different backgrounds. But I feel like it's important to me, for me to tell people that I do come from an education background because that's still who I am. That's still what matters to me. I never try to sell anyone on a house. My role is to help people navigate the home buying or selling process, making great financial decisions in the least amount of time and with the least amount of stress. So I just always want to say that up front because I've met salesmen. I never want to come across as a salesman. You're going to see it honestly in the first tour in this video. I am not selling that home to you. I'm being pretty critical of the home. But if you are thinking of making a move and you need some help, it doesn't matter if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, you can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. I'd love to help you and your family make a smooth move to your next home. So where we're checking out today is Circle C Ranch. Circle C Ranch is in southwest Austin, like I said earlier. It's a very large area. I'm actually gonna do a few videos kind of isolating because there's little pockets of Circle C that are a little different. What we're looking at is just north of Slaughter. So you can kind of see that on the map. We're just north of that, whereas the rest of Circle C goes further south of Slaughter. This area, the homes we're checking out, the tax rate is 1.98, which is okay. I've seen better. Probably 1.4 is the lowest I've seen. I personally pay 1.58, so 1.98 sounds good to me, or 2.58, excuse me. So it's an okay tax rate. Price range here is high 600,000s to low 800,000s in this specific area. As you get lower into Circle C Ranch, you can get up to the $1 million homes. And these homes were built in the late 80s, early 90s. Each lot, at least the homes we're checking out today, are about 0.2 acres, about a 1/5 acre. So let's go check out the first house. So the first house we're checking out today in Circle C Ranch North is a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,910 square foot home. This is listed at $695,000. So let's go check it out. This home was built in 1994. I can kind of give you a panoramic view. Tons of shade here. I love this kind of sloping drive. And I've been here about 10 minutes, haven't had a single car go by, so incredibly quiet out here. I really love this tree over the driveway. Really wide driveway. We do have the split garage door here, and then all brick exterior with the black shutters, or excuse me, that's dark brown shutters. That door sticks. So really interesting design. I'm gonna be completely honest with this. Well, I try to be honest in every video. I don't really like this house. I'm gonna walk through and kind of tell you the things that bother me about it, especially for this price point. So we'll walk around, but there's just odd layout things that I'm not quite sure why it was built like this, but we'll talk about it as we walk around. So we open up, we're kind of right at the stairs right off the bat. I wish that was a little bit off to the side. Kind of blocks how much space we have between the door and the first stairs. To the left here, be our main entry. You have coat closet. Looks like we have luxury vinyl plank flooring. That looks great. And then we have this small door with some extra storage underneath the stairs. And then your half bathroom downstairs. A very old school pedestal sink there. It definitely feels like an older design. Garage is nice. So 2-car garage. You have extra space over here to kind of put your bins. And then electrical outlet here if you want to put a workbench here, plenty of room to do that. And then you can actually fit 2 cars in here with some extra storage built in over there. Now, first thing I don't like about this home are the pillars. They are everywhere and they get in the way. So I'm assuming it's load bearing, right? Like I get it. I get, you know, maybe we need a pillar here, but then why do we need one over here with this little extra space in between? It just kind of gets in the way of the walkway. Living room, pretty good size. Good amount of natural light. This is a gas fireplace. And then I'll actually go outside next. So what drew me to this when I looked at the photos was this back patio. Really large. I'm not a big fan of, I mean, this is leaning bad. I'm sure you can see that, right? So I'm not walking down the stairs, so that's a little bit of a concern. Obviously, get an inspection done anytime you look to purchase a home, and I see some fencing that needs to be repaired over there. But a good amount of space. I do wish it was not so many steps to get to the grass. You know, I have dogs and they're gonna go up and down every day, so just opening the door to the grass would be better. My biggest gripe though is there's no cover. And there's all these trees, but none of them are giving me shade, you know, here. Now, you know, that may be the case in the evening when you actually are out here maybe grilling, the sun is that side of the house or that side of that tree, and so you are getting shade. But just standing here in the middle of the day, I don't want to be out here. It's really, really hot. It also doesn't help that your neighbor has an awesome pool. You just have to look at their cool pool every day. So not the biggest fan of the back, mainly because it's not covered and it's really high up from where the lawn actually is. Here we have our formal dining. Well, we have dining, I'll put it that way. Next thing I'm not a big fan of is the utility room. And so you're over here watching TV, you're gonna be hearing your washer and dryer going throughout the day. So not ideal. The other thing too is all bedrooms are upstairs. So you're gonna be going up and down stairs every day doing laundry, which is also, you know, I'd prefer a primary bedroom on the primary floor, but B, it has to be on the same level as my washer and dryer. So that's a huge inconvenience. And then we have our kitchen here. Kitchen's interesting. The cabinets are really old. I don't know if you're seeing that on, but they feel super old. They feel like they're from 1994. Countertop seems like it's been replaced. It looks much better shape. We do have a double oven with a built-in range with the hood. Not sure why we have this outlet here. I'm not sure what that was for originally. And then your pantry, pretty good amount of space. There's a smell coming from that. So I guess, oh, I'm stupid. Put a fridge there. Okay, I'm a realtor, I should have known that. Yeah, so we're just missing a fridge, but then that does make me wonder how much is it gonna stick out. That doesn't feel like enough room for it to not stick out by that pantry door. Here's your formal dining. I do like the wainscot on the wall there, although I wish it wasn't the, you know, that sheetrock behind it. I wish they did something a little bit different, but it's something, right? Something different. Again, these darn pillars getting in my way. I'm assuming it's load bearing. Here's the next thing that's weird to me. This space, reading area, however you want to use it, kind of flex space, there is no light or ceiling fan here. It's super dark. And so yes, you can fix that with lamps like in the corners, but again, just an odd design choice to have this corner of the house really dark. All right, let's head upstairs. I do like there's no carpet. So we maintain the LVP flooring on the stairs and upstairs, which is nice. And so upstairs is the 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And so let's start with the primary. Primary is here. Primary is massive. And I mean, this is all personal opinion, right? I would argue this is too big. You can hear, I don't know if you can hear it on the recording, but my voice is suddenly echoing standing in the primary bedroom. I don't know about you guys, but I just need room to put a bed, king size bed. I have my dog in a crate when we go to sleep, and that's pretty much it. Maybe like a chest of drawers, right? This is too much space. I would have rathered they cut this down by a third and give me a landing out there. So this is just way too much. It's also a little awkward with the door coming in there and then the walkway here. I always like doors in the corner, not in the middle of the wall. Just makes it a little bit easier walking around the bed. Bathroom is nice. We have a walk-in shower, soaking tub, pretty good size, lots of natural light coming in the bathroom. Dual vanity that are separated. Then you have toilet, closet number 1, your primary closet, and then you have this smaller closet to the side. So definitely much better in the bathroom. But yeah, I usually don't complain that the primary is too big, but this is, because we don't have a landing out here as much, that's where I wish some of the space was used. Linen closet. It's the second bedroom, which is very large. Again, my voice echoes when I'm in here. Their corner closet. And it makes sense. I mean, when you look at, well, it makes sense and it doesn't. When you look at 2,900 square foot homes, this is not what I picture. This layout reminds me of a 2,400 square foot home where you have the 4 bedrooms upstairs, and that's kind of it. And honestly with those, some of those have landings too. So this is 2,900 square feet, but it just has massive bedrooms instead of normal sized bedrooms with an extra landing or an extra study. So that's why I don't really like this home. It's more just the layout it's putting space where I don't need it. We have this long closet on this wall. And then the final bedroom. Again, really good size, tall ceilings. And this one has the bathroom connected to it, but also connecting to, like natural light, connecting to the hallway. So there you have it. For me, 695,000, you know, it's kind of what you're prioritizing. If you really want to be in Circle C Ranch, sure. But honestly, yesterday I just did a video a little further west of here called Granada Hills. Home was cheaper than this, or it was a little bit more than this, excuse me. It was low 700s, but I much preferred that home. It had a pool in the backyard. So there's other options out here. I don't really like this home for the price point. If it was 50,000, 100,000 less, I would say this is a great deal. Big families, like this is perfect for you. The community is amazing. Honestly, the biggest selling point for this is the community. But the layout of this home is just really odd to me. The washer and dryer downstairs, your primary upstairs, back patio not having covering, all these things would bother me daily. And then the high price point on top of that, it's like, you know, I probably could have found something that didn't have these issues at the same price or cheaper that maybe were just outside of Circle C. So something to be aware of. But cool, this was the first house. We're gonna go check out the second home. So I'll see you over there. So the other home we're gonna check out in Circle C Ranch is also a 4-bed, 3 full bath, listed at 699,000, so just about 5,000 more than what we just came from. This is a 3-car garage, right? And we're also in a cul-de-sac, so I'll kind of pan around. Again, mature trees, that's just gonna come with anywhere, but you can see we're in the cul-de-sac, and then that's honestly a side road, so not a lot of traffic there, no traffic here. And then the front of the home, so let's check this one out. I really like this house. And it's interesting how much floor plans play a role, because on paper, this is about 500 square feet smaller, but it doesn't feel smaller. It's a really interesting pathway walking up, some plants and trees here, and then you have this covered front patio, which you could use. I mean, you have some pretty decent amount of privacy just standing in your front patio. It's not the biggest space though. Tons of space here as soon as you walk in. So the left, we have this open seating area, a flex area, however you want to use it. And then your dining area here, these large windows. They just changed the flooring and they added new paint and new countertops. So everything feels much newer in this home. It doesn't feel like it's 30 years old. So LVP flooring, just like the last home, but newer. White paint on the walls makes it look more modern. And then we have these granite countertops throughout, which look great. So here's the kitchen. Kitchen is a little smaller. For sure, this is where you can feel most of the loss of the square footage. Still have the built-in range, no hood, which is a shame. Lots of natural light coming in. You have the large single basin sink. So this would definitely be one of the downsides of this home, is just the kitchen is smaller for sure. Check out the pantry. I didn't actually look at this earlier. Yeah, pretty small pantry. Then we have kind of a second, breakfast nook, dining area here. You can use it however you see fit. Honestly, for me, what I might do is not put a table here, but just extend more shelving along here, just to have a little bit more workspace when I'm cooking, and a few more cabinets. And then our back patio, covered back patio like that. Pretty good amount of space back here. That's another door that will lead to the primary bedroom. And then we have gravel, a stage. I don't know what you're gonna use that for. Maybe a fire pit, I'm not sure. And then this walkway, looks like they fixed some of the fencing. So the fencing looks like it's in pretty good condition. And then you have this grassy area over here on the corner. No gate, just fenced in there, which is a shame. I wish there was a gate there. And then neighbors kind of right there. So I'm a little torn. I don't like this gravel, honestly. I get why people would prefer gravel if you don't want to do as much yard maintenance. There's very little yard maintenance here. But as a dog owner, I don't like that we'd have to run all the way over there to get to the grass. I prefer this all just be grass. I do like, though, that we have this covered back patio. Really important. I do want to spend time out here reading, playing with the dog, maybe doing some work on my laptop. I will say the other home definitely had a little bit more privacy. You are really close to that neighbor. Now, who knows how often they're outside or how that may work out in reality. But this lot is a little bit smaller, which is why we're closer. And then we have our main living area here. Really tall ceilings, opens up. I like that it's off to the, it's out of the way of everything. Like this is pushed to where you would obviously put a couch here. You're not in anyone's walkway. So that's a smart design. Over here, by the front entrance, we have kind of this flex study area. It's technically a bedroom because it has a closet. I would use it as a home office most likely. And then this attached full bath. So the last home, we just had 2.5 baths. This one, we have a full third bathroom. Here's our utility room with cabinets above. And then this opens to your 3-car garage. You have some natural light coming in, that looks great. And then we have a garage door opener for the main one, not connected to that one. It has the outlet though, so something you can do in the future, but tons of space. Plus this extra little walkway here. And then primary bedroom downstairs, big plus. I like that it opens up, ceiling opens up above the bed. And then we can have that easy access right to your back patio. Great for in the morning, if you want to go out there, have a cup of coffee, go out and read. It's right there. And then this opening, not a big fan of this. I actually just noticed this right now. I wish this was a door. We need to add something, maybe a barn door or something, but someone's taking a shower, brushing their teeth. It's just sound, right? You want a little bit of a barrier if someone's already trying to sleep. So that's a thing to make you aware of. Here's the closet, pretty good sized closet. The bathroom's definitely smaller than the previous one. So another area, right, we said kitchen and now bathroom is where we're seeing the loss in square footage. I think it's pretty big though. I don't feel, if it was me and my wife in there, it would be in each other's way. We have a little bit of storage here next to the stairs. I'm actually not sure what this is. There's no door over there, so I'm not sure what that is. I'm assuming, I have no idea. I'm not gonna assume. I don't know what it is. Walking upstairs, I do like that there's just openness. So this is a really open feel, really interesting, especially standing up here, how much of the house you can see. The front foyer there, I can see the top of the kitchen cabinets, you can see the back yard, and then the living room there. Here we have our first upstairs bedroom. Again, pretty good size. Just a single sink, large mirror, and then shower / bath. And this opens to the landing. So we do get a landing with this one, which is ironic that the 4-bedroom home that's 500 square feet smaller is the one that has the landing. And you can see this opens up directly to the living space. And then this final, I guess, bedroom. So the 4th bedroom, which I was in here earlier turning on the lights, and there was a very concerning AC sound coming from the ceiling. So definitely something you want to look at if you did move forward with the home purchase. But yeah, there you have it. Definitely pros and cons with both properties. I definitely like this one more. It feels newer. It feels like it's in better condition. The floor plan works better, in my opinion. Now, if you're someone who really wants a huge primary bathroom and a huge kitchen, and that's all you care about, then you might prefer that other one, and it's $4,000, $5,000 less. So I'm curious what you guys think about these though. I always look at this through my viewpoint of, well, I have a dog, so this won't work for me, but other people don't care about their backyard space, right? I always want to know what other people are looking for. And if you are thinking of making a move in the next couple months, maybe in the next year, reach out. I'd love to have a conversation with you, help you kind of prioritize what you're looking for, what neighborhoods you should look at, and then just help you make the best financial decisions for you and your family. So it doesn't matter if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. I'd love to help you and your family make a smooth move to the Austin area. Until next time, I hope to see you around town.